fans. They're set to go as they will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
He goes, set! Blue 60! I
smell fear in that offense.
10. Check. Drill right, 22.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And his first pass is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey.
To throw again, Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
45. Mike, 45. Here we go, 32.
Check 99. Hey, check Mike.
22.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Willis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green. 49 yards.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Dalton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Yeah, he's got it. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Bullock's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check.
Now on 2nd and 16. Stafford. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
We got motion. Back up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford to the right and complete to Galladay. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Now here's Ross. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now on 2nd and 13. Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Cincinnati. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. He'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals add on to their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Give me that ball, defense. Hey. Give me that ball, defense.
Now on 2nd and 13, Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford, throw left side, complete. It's James. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. There's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ross on the return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Dalton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On the return, here's Agnew. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Mike's 50.
Stafford on first down. It's caught outright, Amendola. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 22. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
52-93, 44.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Andy Dalton. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 17-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Middle.
Stafford here coming off his pick six. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16.
Alert!
From the gun, here's Stafford. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at the 23. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 44. Play action now. Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Jones coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room.
51 Mike. Regular.
After the sack on 1st down, Dalton. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Hey, watch it.
Monday. Hey, Red. Hey, Zoo.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Amendola's got it, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch left. Record.
Now Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Big 20.
Throwing is Stafford, looking for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile.
22.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And it's fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Easy, alert. 59. 59. Hey, orbit.
Here we go on fourth. Stafford. That's going to be caught. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Yo.
Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Amendola, he was the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check it back. Check. Lucky.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Set. Blue 16.
45. It's our time. It's our
Omaha, ready, move.
45.
Hey. High 7.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Looking deep now for Amendola. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey. Stay at home.
From the gun, Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it costs them 2 points.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Amendola again the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Stafford with a give. This is Riddick. He is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
45 to Mike. 45.
Lions go for it on 4th, and Stafford flushed out right. And this is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
What? Tyler, 64, weak.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Mixon trying to punch it in, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Second down and goal. Dalton looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's third and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. On first down, it's Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Check. 51.
Hey, exit.
51. Crunch time.
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Going deep for Eifert. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Dalton now to pass. He's going to rifle one deep left side and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Nice, sweetheart.
Zero.
45.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Complete to Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Check 45.
Hey, wahoo!
On first down, Stafford here. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Jesse James, incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
21.
45. Mike, 45.
Hey, Charlie.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
One last throw here for Stanford. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL.